Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about don't give up in January, how to persevere on your goals. So, one of the things that happens in January is after New Year's, right? Everyone makes these New Year's resolutions, they get their new goals in hand, they think of what they want to achieve this year. Most people give up around January 15th, January 16th, somewhere in the middle of January, okay? So, one of the reasons why I believe this kind of thing happens is because most people overwhelm themselves with too big a goals, right? Their goals are way too big, okay? So, for example, one that I use all the time is someone that wants to exercise for an hour every day. They say on New Year's Eve, they say, my resolution is I'm going to exercise for 1 hour every day. I'm going to go to the gym every day this year, 365 days a year, boy, right? Right? They have these big goals, right? Like that. But if they haven't been able to, do something like that in the past and they haven't been consistent with that, let's say they haven't even exercised for an hour a day for a while. Let's say they haven't ever exercised for an hour before in their lives. Let's say they've only done like 20 minutes or half an hour. It's very unlikely they're going to stick with it because it's too big. It's just too big. It's just too big of a goal. And they've overwhelmed themselves because they put too much on their plate. And perhaps they've got such a tight schedule that it's going to be really difficult to fit in an hour anyway, right? So I'm not saying obviously that you can't do that sort of thing, because you might very well be able to do that for you, okay? What I'm trying to illustrate is that sometimes we make too big of a goal at New Year's, and then when it gets to the middle of January, we give up because we get tired of it, we get bored of it, it's just too much work and we can't be bothered. Okay, people start to overwhelm themselves with these big goals that they've made for themselves. Okay, and also I think another reason is they make these big goals because they don't actually want these things. There's just things that other people have, they think they should want, right? Or things that other people have said and they kind of want to do them too, but it's not really something that they truly want. Now, of course, exercising for an hour a day is a really good goal. That's a really good thing to try and work towards. It's a really good New Year's resolution because obviously that's going to make you really fit and healthy, right? But, you might have to find an exercise that actually works for you. Like some people might say, oh yeah, I'm going to go running for an hour a day. But if they don't really like running or something like that, then they're probably not going to carry on with it. Now, I know there are some people out there like David Goggins that hates to run, but the reason he runs is because he hates to run, because he knows it'll make him stronger. But a lot of people don't have that mindset. A lot of people aren't David Goggins and have that and want that. So, find an exercise that makes you feel good, that you enjoy. Like, let's say you really like swimming, right? And you'd prefer to do that, or you'd prefer to do a martial art. You'd prefer to do something like that, like a combative sport. Then do that, right? Or rock climbing or something like that. Find out what you love to do. Find out what exercise you love to do and then do that for an hour, because you're more likely going to stick with it, okay? Unless you've got the David Goggins mindset, right? Like I know a lot of people do a lot of people have that kind of mindset now because of him. Like, if I don't like doing something, then I'm going to do it because I know it's going to make me stronger. So you may want to have that mindset too. But what the point is that if you've got a goal, you want to be consistent with it. You want to make sure that you go past January 15th, January 16th, right? That's what you want to do. You want to get past that point, okay? You want to become consistent. You want to do this. If this is something that you want and you want to do it every day, you've got to find something that you're going to be drawn to, that you're going to want to do, okay? Otherwise, you're probably just going to give up. So, what can help as well is if you scale back. Because sometimes, like I said, people make these big audacious goals, right, that are just completely unrealistic because they've never been able to do it and keep up with that kind of thing in the past. So what I say to people is, if you're trying to become consistent with something in your life, then you need to just start off by doing something manageable, right? Especially if it's something that you don't like, but you know you need to do. So if it's something that you don't like and you know you need to do it because it's really important for your business or for your health or something like that, then just do 15 minutes. Just do 15 minutes. Okay? So what that means is that if you're trying to become consistent with something, start small by doing 15 minutes. Because what I found is that if I need to do something and I really don't want to do it, if I just do it for 15 minutes, I can go further. right? So I get going and I get lost in the process of taking action, and then suddenly 15 minutes turns into half an hour, then to 45 minutes, and sometimes even an hour, okay? Because what's usually the most difficult part, is the first step, getting yourself and making yourself do it. But once you start doing it, it's much more easy to continue. Now, there may be some days where you feel like total rubbish, like if you're sick or you're poorly or you didn't have a good night's sleep or you ate something that's made you feel a bit queasy and you don't feel good, whatever it may be, you know. There may be some days you may only just be able to manage the 15 minutes, but at least you did 15 minutes. At least you did something, okay? So that's what's the point here. 15 minutes is still something. And once you've, let's say, done 15 minutes for the first week of January, you've just done 15 minutes, then next week you can do 20 minutes. The week after that, you can do half an hour. The week after that, you can do 45 minutes. And then when you get into February, maybe then you can do the hour. Right? But if you've had real big problems with procrastinating and you've had real issues with that, then for the first month of January, for the first month of 2023, just do 15 minutes every day or every Monday to Friday. It doesn't have to be every day. Okay? And then when you get to February, then you can make it 20 minutes and you just do 20 minutes. And then in March, you do half an hour. Right? April, you do 45 minutes. May, you do an hour, right? So you're slowly, gradually building it up so you become consistent, okay? Really, because I know it can seem like a waste of time, like 15 minutes, I'm not going to get much done in 15 minutes, but 15 minutes is better than nothing, okay? So, and if you've procrastinated before, then there have been days when you've done nothing. So 15 minutes is definitely better than nothing. Definitely. Okay? And also imperfect action is better than perfect. Is better than no action at all, rather. Right? So imperfect action is better than no action. So even if you don't know what you're doing, even if you don't feel like you're doing it right, it doesn't matter. At least you're taking action, because what you're doing is you're building that consistency muscle so you can become consistent. Okay? That's the point. So I have a video on motivation, if you've struggled with that, how to stop putting things off. So I highly recommend that you go and watch that video if you've really, really struggled with putting things off, procrastinating, and hopefully that'll give you a kick up the backside that you'll need to help push you through, to help keep you going, okay? So what I want you to think of now is, because you've got your goals, you know what you want, so how do you persevere? So one of the things that you could do is, how would you feel if you achieved your goals? Like, think from the end, right? That's what Wayne Dyer used to say. He used to say, think from the end. How would you feel if you achieved all of your goals? How would you feel if you actually managed to pull this off? Right? Think about that. Like, how really answer that question. How would I feel if I achieved these goals? Okay? And you probably think, oh, I'd feel really excited. I'd feel really proud of myself. I'd feel really good, right? And, I think as human beings, what we want most of all is to have that feeling of, oh, I feel really good. I feel really proud of myself. I really feel like I've accomplished something. So think about that, and that will help you through. So if you need help with some personal development and you're interested in reading, or perhaps you like audiobooks, then I highly recommend that you go and check out my recommended books. There's 5 books there that are for dating and relationships, if you're looking for that kind of thing, and the other 5 are for personal development and personal success, right? Self-help books, and those are the ones that I recommend that you read or you listen to on Audible to really help with your growth, with your achieving your goals in 2023, okay? Especially if you have struggled with procrastination, okay? You don't have to buy them through those links, because if you do, I will get a small commission. All you could do is you could just write down the names of those books, take that list to the library and get them out there, or perhaps you can go on eBay and find cheap secondhand versions of these books or something like that, okay? So you don't have to go for that link. They're just there as a guide. But if you do purchase anything through that link, then I will get a small commission. So if you do that, then thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with a quote, and obviously it's that quote that I always leave in my videos these days. And this is what's going to really make you feel good about yourself and make you feel better about yourself. And it's going to really make you want to tackle those goals, okay? And that is, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy. If you want to feel confident, if you want to feel courageous, if you want to feel like the hero in your life, take action on your goals so you can feel like you're making progress. That's what's going to make you feel really, really good about yourself, okay? Taking action on those goals, ticking off that to-do list every day. You're going to feel amazing if you're accomplishing those things, even if it's just for 15 minutes, okay? Remember, if you get overwhelmed, just do 15 minutes. Just do 15 minutes if you feel overwhelmed, okay? Because 15 minutes is better than nothing. So thank you so much for watching. If you would like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, and God bless.